Hello friends, welcome to Undertake Cyber channel. So for today, I'm actually going to do something different from the normal cyber security stuff. By God's grace, I have some experience with respect to studying abroad. And so upon popular request, I have decided to go through this presentation to encourage people out there, especially those in Ghana. I'm being biased because I'm from Ghana, yeah. I'm actually going to explain why it's important for anybody out there to have the dream or to pursue study abroad dream. So this is going to be an overview of what study abroad is, what it entails, etc. Right. So a little bit of introduction. My name is Andrew Champong. So I had my first degree at the University of Cape Coast and I did IT, right? BSc in IT. Now, while in school, during my third year, I got the opportunity to study at Gothenburg University in Sweden as an exchange program for one semester. And after completing my first degree by God's grace, I got a chance to. I'm currently a graduate student, final year graduate student at the Illinois Institute of Technology in Chicago. And yeah, I'm studying cybersecurity. So that explains why I'm so much in love with cybersecurity. Yeah. Now, so I'm going to talk about introduction to study abroad, what it means to say you're studying abroad, the benefits, ways. There are several ways you can study abroad, right? The application process. This is just going to be a quick overview. And subsequently, I'll be making videos to give a detailed explanation on the specific, steps I've mentioned here. Now, for the Q&A, I would leave you to send any comments you have, any questions you have, any video you want me to make in the comment box, right? I'm gonna read it and respond. Thank you. Now, when we say studying abroad, basically, for example, I'll use Ghana as an example. I'm a Ghanaian, right? I was a Ghanaian student. I did my bachelor's degree in Ghana. Now, after completing, I decided to travel to the United States to pursue my studies. And so that's it, study abroad. So basically studying in a different country from your native country, right? So basically in a foreign, you know, country. Now, I did a little survey over the internet and I realized now for the African students studying abroad, Nigerians, they top the chart. They top the chart basically in everything, but not in Jollof. Now, so for Ghana, we came second, followed by Egypt, etc. So this basically gives an overview that African students have the dream to pursue, study abroad. And it's actually really important that some of us, whom by grace have gotten the opportunity to study abroad, show, the experience, share the experience, and also the little knowledge we've gotten to help our friends to also be able to pursue this dream. Now, I would want to ask, is it worth pursuing? Or someone would ask, hey, Andy, is it worth to, think of dreaming to study abroad? Is it something that's worth it? Now, what are some of the benefits? When you get the chance to study abroad, some of us, we can testify that whatever you want to do here, for example, I will use United States because that's where I'm based currently. Whatever you want to study and do, you can do it, right? And I like the fact that the academic curricula is mostly practical based. It's hands-on. For example, with cybersecurity at the Illinois Institute of Technology, whatever course I take every semester comes with projects. And that's not only in the IT discipline, finance, humanities, what every major, is actually hands-on. So that's really beneficial. Unlike, for example, some of the countries, it's more of theory because we do not have much infrastructures or equipment. But for the advanced countries like United States, when you get a chance to study abroad, it broadens your horizon, right? Your knowledge, your skills, because there are infrastructure, there are tools here for you to be able to, to study and then practice and really understand what you're doing. So that's one thing. It helps in the enhancement of knowledge and then the skills in the respective area. Another benefit is network. Network is really important. There is always a saying that your net worth is your network, right? I hope I said it right. Now, when you get a chance to travel, for example, to the United States, you meet new people. I came here and I have a lot of friends. And that's actually really good because we always say you never know who's gonna, help you in the future. So when you get a chance to travel abroad, to study abroad, it gives you an opportunity to meet new people, to create new connections and network for sometimes future, forever long lasting friends or network. Also, you meet world recognized, esteemed professors. The people teaching us in the various universities abroad are well, knowledgeable and skilled. They're skillful in their respective areas of research. So this is another opportunity. It helps to expand your network space. Imagine you have this great relationship with a professor who has invented something. Definitely in the future, the person can help you if there is an opportunity to do. So that's one benefit. Culture diversity. It gives you an opportunity to learn new things. So this was me way back in 2018 when I traveled to Sweden. I met new people, learned a lot of stuff, tried different foods, etc. So I would advise anybody out there, start dreaming about, studying abroad because it's something that's really gonna help you. It's gonna, like I said, broaden your horizon. It's really gonna, help you know people, and then you really appreciate, God's nature, right? Also, employment opportunities here in the state or wherever you want to study, being it in Canada, UK, Sweden, etc. So one thing I've realized is majority of the organizations or companies here, they always give opportunities for students to work after school, right? By way of internship. So some schools even do the pairing right after a semester. They pair you with an organization to learn. These are some of the opportunities or benefits you can get when you decide to study abroad. So I would want to encourage each and everyone out there. Also volunteering works. Yeah, you get it. There are a lot of organizations, they open up applications for students who would want to, volunteer and work. And that's actually one way to gain skills in the respective area or profession you want to get into, right? And majority, I would say about 80% of students that does internship ends up getting full-time employment, right? And so that's to tell us or to tell you that the employment opportunities out here is quite huge. So that's one reason why you'd also want to think of, pursuing your studies in the state or in a foreign country. Also, improving one's language and communication skills. It's really important to learn how to communicate with people, right? So when you get a chance to study abroad, for instance, I'm in the United States. Day in, day out, I'm speaking English, right? And I know it's actually really it has helped me gain my confidence and then competence in the English language, and not only in the United States. For instance, let's say if you travel to Sweden, you get a chance to learn Swedish, right? So studying abroad also grants you the opportunity to learn how to communicate well because majority of the courses or the classes is quite interactive. So you cannot stay in the class and not do anything. You have to contribute at a point. So that builds your confidence, public speaking, etc. All these are part of the benefits a student can get when you decide to study abroad. Right. The next thing is to build confidence and teach you how to be independent. There are a lot of people from from their childbirth to their current age right now. They've been staying with their parents. they've not gotten the opportunity to live alone, to even try to understand what life really is. So when you study abroad, it takes you far away from your family. Of course, it's not easy, but it helps you to build confidence because your parents, they want your family will not be there all the time, right? And so you need that confidence to live life. So it grants you the opportunity to stay independent, to make certain life decisions on your own, right? So it's something that's also really good in that perspective. Also, it makes you really, sit down and understand who you really are, what your likes, dislikes are, what you really want to pursue in this life. Because sometimes we, especially those from Africa, our dreams are mostly, not all the time though, but our dreams are mostly suggested, you know, sometimes even imposed. But when you get a chance to travel abroad, study, meet new people, learn new stuff, now you try to really identify who you really are, right? And that grants you the opportunity for you to make certain decisions for your life. And that's actually really good, right? So I would want to encourage each and everyone out there who is contemplating whether to pursue study abroad or not. Please go for it because it's the best thing. Yeah, you could also meet the love of your life. A lot of people travel to the United States, to Canada, to UK just to study. At the end of their studies, they'll meet the love of their life. So that's also another opportunity. I'm not saying you cannot meet the love of your life in your country, of course. You can. But hey, maybe your soulmate is in the United States waiting for you. You have to travel to meet the person, right? So that's another benefit. When you get a chance to travel to study abroad, you can meet the love of your life there. Right. So now there's this myth out there. There's this notion that study abroad is for a certain group of people. Actually, growing up, I had that understanding, I had that notion that no, so I'm not from a rich family. I won't say I'm poor, but hey, I'm not, from a rich family, right? And so I had in mind, there's no way I'm gonna be able to do this because where am I gonna get the money from? But hey, no, it's a big no. Everybody has a chance. It doesn't matter what your economic, status is. You have the chance. Trust me. Just make the decision to start, and God will make a way for you, right? So that's one thing. I want to debunk that notion or that myth. Study abroad isn't for a specific group of people. Study abroad is for anybody who wishes to pursue that dream. Once you make the decision, sorry, to pursue that dream, trust me, there will be a way open for you by God. Now, what are some of the ways you can study abroad? So, real quick, undergraduate studies. So, I think recently in Ghana, those that completed their high school, their results came in, I think, this week. So, someone might decide to study, do his master's, the first degree in the United States. So, there is that opportunity. So, you can also do exchange programs. So, I did exchange program while I was pursuing my first degree at the University of Cape Coast. I did my exchange program at the University of Gothenburg in Sweden. Graduate. So I'm a graduate student right now. So that's another way you can also travel to the United States, Canada, Europe, whatever around the world to also get that experience. PhD, that professional certificate, you can also uh, use such tickets to also come to the sorry, I'm always saying United States because that's where I am. So pardon me. Yeah, so basically for exchange program, we know what an exchange program is. Something, for example, the University of Cape Coast, they have this relationship with certain schools in the US, in UK, Sweden, etc. So any student who is willing or has like the dream, to experience education abroad, you just go through the process. The good thing is you're not going to pay any fees, right? Because they have that relationship with the with the school. So you get a chance to go there, study for one semester, like 6 months, and then you come back, continue studies in your home university. Now, what are some of the this is an overview, right? Like I said, it's just a quick rundown on what education abroad really entails, just for you to prepare, okay? If you are ever thinking of doing that. So these are some of the things you got to put keep be mindful of. So the application periods very important. We have fall semester, we have spring semester, and we have summer, right? So I'm gonna be biased. I'm gonna actually, even though it's general for other schools as well, but I'm just gonna focus on the United States. But basically, it's a generalized, process for almost every school. So you have to keep track of the fall, spring, and then the summer semester. So know which semester you want to get into. The program of study, very important. The scholarship opportunities. You also have to know the admission requirements, the specific program you want to pursue, the requirements, whether there is an application fee or a waiver. You also have to get that. Now, there are some professional, I wouldn't say professional, like standardized exams like GRE, IELTS, etc. When do you have to write those? Those are things you would want to know. Now, for the application periods, fourth semester begins in August, right? So if you want to target, for example, for 2024, by now you should have put in your application. Some people have already done that. They've gotten admissions and they've started their visa process. So it's always good to know when a semester begins and when you have to send in your application. So for the spring, studies begins in January. For summer, it begins in what? In May. Now, the program of study is very important. Right. Now, I'm in the STEM field, right? So I'll be biased again. But I always advise my friends when they reach out to me that they want to pursue, they want to travel to the States to study. Advise them to go for STEM programs. Why? One, it's easier. I won't say it's really easy, but there are a lot of opportunities when you pursue a STEM program or major, right? And also the visa, after school, we get a chance to do OPT. Now, for STEM related measures or programs, your OPT, I think, period is 3 years. So you first be given 1 year OPT, and then after 1 year, you have the chance to renew it to the next 2 years. So in total, you can have 3 years to stay in the United States and work. Now, for non-STEM programs, you have only 1 year. So you know what I mean? You have to make the decision. It's really important to get a very nice course, especially in STEM. And before you even make any decision to choose a program of study, make sure you survey the market to know the job availability for that particular program. So these are things you really have to keep note of, right? It's very important. You don't just say, I want to study abroad and pick any program. No, you have to do all this research. Now, scholarship. There are forms of scholarship. We have assistantship. We can have graduate assistantship. We have graduate research assistantship, right? We have graduate teaching assistantship also. Now we have merit-based scholarship. Those scholarships are basically automatically given. Once you gain admission to a school, the school gives you that scholarship automatically. We have fellowship. Now, it says it's a type of fund given to a graduate student that assists them in paying their tuition, right? We have study loans, etc. So mostly once you decide on the school you want to apply to, make sure you search for the school's financial aid page. They will inform you of what the available scholarships are. Mostly it's time bound, so you want to act very fast so you don't get late or be left behind. Now, what are some of the general admission requirements? Now, so application online, mostly you have to send in an application online. You have to make sure you have your transcripts ready. So after school, as soon as you complete, please apply for your transcripts, especially when you have the dream to pursue, you know, uh, you study abroad, the masters in the university, in the United States or whatever. Make sure right after school you complete your first degree, you apply for your transcript because sometimes it takes time. prepare for statement of purpose. It's really important. Now, when we say statement of purpose, I'll try and make a video to really explain what that is. Basically, statement of purpose um, is you selling your idea to whoever is gonna read and then make a decision on um, giving you the admission. So you basically state information like a little bit about yourself, what your goals are, why you choose a school, why you choose a particular program, etc. So I'm gonna do a separate video and explain what statement of purpose or motivation letter is. Now, recommendation letter is really important. Before you leave school, when you complete, make sure you inform some professors, some lecturers. Let them know you have plans to study abroad. And so at the right time, you come to them for the recommendation letters. Majority of the people leave school, and then when it's time for them to pursue their study abroad, dream, they really they fumble, like they find it difficult to get lecturers to provide recommendation letters. Now, if you're in school and you've not completed, I will advise you try to build a relationship with your lecturers. It's really important. At the end of the day, you need them, right? So you have to be wise. Also, your resume, you have to make sure you have your passport ready. Now, academic test scores. We have IELTS, we have TOEFL, we have GRE. Now, mostly for you to be considered for scholarship, right? For example, for full scholarships, you need to get at least IELTS or GRE, depending on the school and their requirements. If you're lucky, you know, with good grades, you can just get it. But mostly for school to give you a full funding, you need to have something like that. But it's not compulsory for you to write GRE or IELTS. You just do it when you wanna, be considered for scholarship, and then application fees. So these are the general admission requirements. You have to start preparing for these things when you know after school you want to pursue for your study abroad dream. Please start preparing right when you're in school. Don't wait till you complete, because a lot of people, they waited, they completed, there was an opportunity for them to travel, but hey, at that time they didn't have this all this stuff ready, and so unfortunately they miss the opportunity. So I want to advise while you're in school, start preparing for these things because you'd need them eventually. Now, yeah, like I stated here, academic scores are mostly not required, right? And it's just that they increase your chances in being given a full scholarship, right? And also, if let's say you completed and your grades are not really good, right? You can write those tests as a way to supplement the transcript, your results, especially when you don't really get a good grade. So people, have in mind that, oh, for example, I had third class, I had, a lower class, so there's no chance for me. No, write GRE or write IELTS. Some schools consider that, right? With a low GPA, write that, and then it can supplement, uh, add it to, and you can get the chance, right? Now, people ask me, Andy, so when do I start making all this preparation? When do I start, gathering all the documents, especially when. So let me say something about myself. So personally, when I was in the University of Campus, I knew there's no way I'm gonna stay in Ghana. Like I had plans to pursue my masters in the United States. So I started planning for these things. I started doing the research. I remember when I completed um my first degree during my national service, I was planning from day one. I started planning towards this, and I started praying to, and God, opened the door for me. So don't wait till you complete, please. If you're in school, start now. Start planning right now. Okay, start gathering all the documents now. Like I said, so make sure you create a good relationship with the lecturers, very important, and start looking out for schools, especially those who just completed. When you're doing your national service, use that national service period to look for schools, scout for schools, the programs you want to pursue. What are some of the schools you'd like to the schools that treat those programs? Now, also know the various opening dates for application for those schools. So you have to keep all those timelines. you have to prepare. This journey, you have to prepare. Once you're well prepared, trust me, everything's gonna go on well for you by God's grace. So you have to prepare. Now, if you're in school, I will advise you to take your study serious. A lot of people, especially in the tech field, they'll tell you grades are not important, skills are. No, that's not true. You need a balance, right? So you need to get good grades and you need to get, you have to be skilled. You cannot get good grades and not be skilled in IT. How are you going to work? You can't get a job, right? So you need good grades and you need the skill. Then you combine the two of them. Now, if you ever want to travel to pursue your study abroad dream, please learn hard, study well. Make sure you don't waste time in school. Make sure you study hard. Okay, learn really hard and get a good, because when you have good grades, it's easier for you. If you don't get a good grades, trust me, it's gonna be hectic, right? So, and I say, if you're interested, like, when you're in school, make sure you try to scout for exchange program opportunities, because it really helps you at the embassy. When they realize you have a traveling experience, it really increases your chance in getting a visa, right? So I would advise, for example, if you're in level 100 or 200, ask your school, is there an opportunity for me to study outside for like a semester based on, on an exchange program? If there is, I would want you to start that, pursue that, and it's really going to help. Save money now. Start saving. I explained that study abroad is not for the rich, neither is it for the poor, it's for everybody, right? But you have to save money, right? You have to at least have something saved, because even if you get a scholarship, you still need a plane ticket for it to come here. You have to pay your CVs, visa fee, etc. So please save money. Don't use all the money for chicken. Save money. It's really gonna help you. Right. So I'm ending. I would also want to give advice. If you're in school, especially if you're doing your first degree, go on LinkedIn, create a LinkedIn account. If you have plans to traveling to the United States, please create LinkedIn accounts now and start working towards your online portfolios. Because for example, here in the States, you can't just go and tell them, I have experience in this, I have skills in this. They'll ask you, what have you done? You have to show us something. So LinkedIn is actually a really good, platform to pursue your professional, dreams and all that. So it's really important. Also, learn how to create a resume. I'll try and make videos on all that. So learn how to create a resume is really important because it's part of the application process. Now, I would say study abroad is an awesome experience. God has used that to really bless my life and the life of my friends around me, right? And so start dreaming that dream. If you've not, I want to advise and encourage you to start thinking about it, right? A lot of friends, they didn't really have the dream to pursue. At once it just came and God opened the door. So I just want to advise that start making plans towards it, and it's gonna help you. God will make a way for you. And yeah, you're strong and you're really capable. Don't think this thing is too complicated. There's not a way I'm gonna be able to do it. I don't have money. No. Be praying. Okay, be praying. Do your best. Make sure you tell yourself it's gonna work and God will make a way for you. Okay. So yeah, you can make it here. I would love to see everybody here in the States, example. So dream, dream big, right? And go for it. With God, all things are possible. So thank you very much. And it's been a long video, but I think it's worth it. Kindly do subscribe to my channel. If you have any comments, please leave the comments in the comment box and then recommend this video to anybody out there who wishes to pursue their dream in studying abroad. Let me know what video you guys want me to also do. Once I get, those suggestions, I'm also gonna prepare towards that and make videos to serve you guys. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much and do have a wonderful day. Stay safe. Bye.